Stop number 14 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania. It's the track known as the Tricky Triangle. And you'll know why we call it the Tricky Triangle as well, too. A track with 3 different straightaways and 3 different corners, differently banked, of course. As you'll probably hear in the obligatory track description, first lap 1 track description that we'll give you. But today we're here for the running of the WIX Filters 400s. We have 24 laps of racing on this 2.5 mile triangle-shaped racetrack. And here's the starting lineup for today's event. On the pole, it is car number 28, Jackson Haywood, the Texaco Haviland board. I believe it's his first pole this season. He'll be alongside car number 6, Austin Reed in the Folgers Ford. Row 2 has Laura Chung, number 98, the Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. She's alongside number 7, the winner at Talladega this season, Aubrey Scott in the Xerox Antifreeze Ford. Row 3 has Dylan Young in number 2 in his Pontiac, and number 90, Caleb Fogler at the wheel of the Public Supermarkets Ford. Row number 4 has number 8, Noah Sewell, and number 11, Keith Batson, the Coca-Cola 600 winner this season in the Budweiser Ford. Row number 5 has number 70, Allison Rain, the Rumpel Furniture AC Spark Plugs Pontiac, and number 5, Phil Parker, the winner this season in Atlanta, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Row 6, 94 car, Dylan Pote, the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 89, Daniel Silla in the Evan Rude Pontiac. Next row down has number 43, Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac. He's alongside number 66, the Trop Arctic Phillips 66 Pontiac of Harrison Ponder. Next row is number 73. That is Cody McGurk. And number 17, Nathan Orman, the Tide Chevrolet. Next row down is number 30, Zachary Fitzwater, the Country Time Maxwell House Pontiac. And beside him, number 57, Stephen Colon, the Tynes Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. Next row down is number 27, two-time winner season so far, Rafaela Duke, the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac, car 27. And one number down, car number 26, the Quaker State Buick of Alexander Rowe. Next row down is number 4, William Brock in the Kodak Film Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 12, Ryan Brommer, the Ray Bessis Brakes Buick. Next row is number 19, Joshua Osborne, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford, and number 75, Mitchell Hodak in the Dinner Bell Oldsmobile. Next row down is car number 1, Trent Dunham, the winner of the season at Darlington, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile, and number 33, Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Amanda Evans is alongside. Next row is number 20, that is Eric Monica, the Crown Petroleum Fast Fare Oldsmobile, and number 42, Kyle Matthews, who won at Rockingham this season, the Peak Antifreeze Pontiac. Next row, Nori Miyazaki, number 83, the wheel of his Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 18, Benjamin Miles in the Slim Bass Chevrolet. Next row, Seth Cullen, number 52, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac, and number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, who won the season at North Wilkesboro. Next row is number 25, that is Colin Cropley in the Kodiak Chevrolet, the Daytona 500 and Bristol winner this season. He's alongside the winner this season at Dover, Kev Shearer, number 14, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile, and he's from right here in Pennsylvania, as a matter of fact, too. Next row is number 15, Quentin Moore, and number 10, Preston Plord. Preston in the Purelator Filters Chevrolet, and Quentin in the number 15 Motorcraft Ford. And starting shotgun is Reggie Fogelman, number 21, the Citgo Ford, and the winner this season at Riverside, Charles Sanford, in number 71 Big Apple Markets Chevrolet. Charles Sanford has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race, along also with Quentin Moore and Dylan Young. Those are our 3 cameras for today's event here at Pocono. So that's your starting lineup for today's event. Here's the candidates who comes to command the fire the engines for today's WIX Filters 400.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
38 engines come to life here at Pocono Raceway as the pace crew leaves the field off of pit road for the pace up. We're going to start the race right after this. Field rounds off corner number 2 here. This is a 3-turn track at Pocono. As you'll probably see on the wall in turn number 3, there's a saying on the wall saying, "What turn 4?" Because we're so often used to saying turns 1 and 2 and turns 3 and 4, but it's not the case here at Pocono. It's a 3-turn track right there. Turn 3 Pocono, and there you see the saying right there. What turn 4? So they come off turn number 3 at this point here, Pocono, as the pace car comes off of pit road. Looking for a green flag for the WIX Filters 400, and they get it, and we're underway at Pocono. Front straightaway is the longest of the 3 straightaways. It's 3,740 feet in length, about less than 300 feet shorter than the backstretch at Talladega. Do turn number 1, which is banked at 14 degrees, and then on to the Long Pond straightaway, which is 3,055 feet in length. Jackson Haywood out in front. Here comes Laura Chung inside of Austin Reed for second place. And you head into turn number 2, which is a tunnel turn at 8 degrees banked, and there really is a tunnel that runs through that corner right there, which is for the infield traffic here. On the north chute at 1,780 feet in length, and now into the flattest of the 3 turns, turn number 3, which is banked at only 6 degrees. As you see the 7 car of Aubrey Scott makes a run at the 6 car of Jackson Haywood. Back on that long front straightaway right there, front stretch here at Pocono. And they can fan out pretty wide here, as you're seeing right there, about 3, 4, sometimes 5 wide racing. And they are 4 wide into turn number 1. This is not good right there in the turn. Laura Chung gets into the wall. And other problems on the long pond straightaway here, as you see right there. Benjamin Miles gets turned. Nathan Orman gets involved. Cab Shearer, Preston Plord, Nori Miyazaki, Kyle Matthews involved. And Kyle trying to get Benjamin to get out of the way right there, as Benjamin's trying to get his car to start back up, and it does. And I think first caution flag is flown right there. Some damage to the side of Nathan Ormond's car. Boy, this has not been a good season for Nathan Ormond. After a couple of top 5 finishes here, Nori Miyazaki, the 83 car. I don't know if he's got any damage or not. That we'll see on the and he drifts up to the high side right there in turn number 3 right there. Let's see. I think Miyazaki's clean though, and he might still make a run for it. But the first caution flag flies on lap number 2, but they got 4 wide coming off through that turn. Charles Samper sitting on pit road. I'm not sure what's going on. And Allison Rain, who started this race in 9th position, and it all goes to shambles for Allison this year in this race. We'll take a look at see what happened right there. And Allison Rain got into the... Yeah. There's where Laura Chung got pushed up by Dylan Young in the number 2 car. And somewhere in this pack right there is where everything's gonna go to shambles at this point here. Come off turn number 2. Off turn number 1, I should say. You see what I mean? Nathan Ormond turned the 25 of Colin Cropley, and Cropley gets into Joshua Osborne. Osborne hits the wall right there. Drives back right in front of Cropley. I'm sure Colin's probably giving Joshua the finger at this point, if I know Colin. And here's where the rest of the deal happened right there. Now, once Cropley got turned, Ormond drives back up right in the Preston Plord, and it's in the right of Nathan into Benjamin Miles. Amanda Evans got stuffed in the wall. Good driving on the part of both the 21 and 71 cars to get out of the way right there. Cole Deberg makes it through, and so does Cropley and Osborne. And how did Quentin Moore not crash? I will never know. And I don't think Preston Plord got much damage neither in that 10 car. I don't think he did. Take a look at. I think Preston's got a little bit of damage on the back end. I'm not sure, but that may not hinder him at all. No, I think Preston's clean right there. No, I didn't see another crash happen right there. I should not see another crash happen. This happened in turn number 3. And evidently this was caused when somebody turned that 70 car of Allison Rain. That's how she crashed. And she got turned into by the 12 car of Ryan Brommer. And look at the 70 car just absolutely up in the air. upside down goes the 70 car. And Mike Becker also gets turned upside down by the 26 car of Alexander Rowe. And look at how high that 70 car went. Trent Dunham is involved. There's the Noah Sewell and Laura Chung makes it there. So does Mitchell Hodak. And then Allison's car lands on top of Charles Sanford's car. That's how Sanford got on the pit road then. Okay. And here comes Cole Deaver in the 3 car. Just missed Charles, as did Osborne. Colin Cropley makes it through right there. Damage to the 43 car. I think damage to the 26 car as well, too. Here comes Kev Shearer and Quentin Moore. They both make it through nicely. Oh, and Kev Shearer's out of the race as well, too. I don't know how that happened. And he retired out of the race. So did Reggie Fogelman. So did Preston Blord. And so did Allison Rain. And there's... Oh, yeah, now we're starting to see some more retirees out of those races right there. 30 car of Zachary Fitzwater. He's out. So it's the 12 car of Ryan Brommer. So it's Trent Dunham. So it's Joshua Osborne. So does Laura Chung. So 9 cars already out of this race here, and 29 cars remain, and all of them on the lead lap. So lap number 5, Jackson Haywood is your leader. We'll come back for restart right for this. So off the third corner they come here. Of course, this track at Pocono right there takes a long time for the yellow flag laps to happen. But green flag's about to fly here. Jackson Haywood is your leader, and we're back underway. Austin Reed is in second position. Third is Aubrey Scott. Fourth is Keith Batson. Fifth is Caleb Fogler. Sixth is Phil Parker. Seventh is Stephen Colon. Dylan Poteet, 8th. Rafael LeDuc, 9th. And William Brock runs in 10th position. Here comes Austin Reed for the lead. Right on the restart as he got the push from Keith Batson. Five Fords in the top 5 spots right there as they come into turn number 3 right now, turn number 2. And Jackson Haywood pulls ahead just a little bit right there, and he's got the push from the draft off Aubrey Scott's number 7 car. That 28 car really fast here today. This track here, and I know some of you may be thinking there's a 2.5 mile racetrack right here at Pocono, and some people may be asking why is it not as fast as Indianapolis, or it's not as fast as Talladega and Daytona? Well, banking wise, obviously, it's simply to put it right there. This track is a triangle shape and triangle shape right there. It's not a triable like Daytona and Talladega, not as highly banked as well neither. That's why the lap comparisons to this track to Talladega and Daytona. Laps over there take about 45 to 48 seconds at speeds of about 190 to 200 miles an hour around this track, whereas Pocono takes you about darn near a minute to get around. And we're talking about probably maybe probably 52 to 55 seconds a lap around Pocono, probably, depending on your physics you use. And look at Caleb Fogler and the 11 car Keith Batson. They are leaning on each other to come off turn number 1. Fogler getting the draft off the 27 car of Rafael LeDuc in the Miller Genuine Draft Machine. And how about Eric Monaco, the 20 car, right in this mix as well too. Quentin Moore, who started his race in the back of the pack there and missed that big wreck, is already up to 14th position as you jump on board with Quentin Moore. And Aubrey Scott and Quentin's and you just run with Quentin in the crash. As Aubrey Scott and several others get scraped the wall. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! A bad crash at Pocono right in the third turn. Aubrey Scott hard in the wall. Noah Sewell gets involved. Kyle Matthews, Cole Deaver, Mitchell Hodak. Oh, the better question is who didn't crash? And we were riding with Quentin Moore, and some great racing was happening. And unfortunately for Quentin, he got caught up in the crash here. Well, this season's been feast or famine for Quentin Moore this season. I will definitely say that for sure. Well, this happened. This bunch of cars right there. We was overlooking right there. They got nearly 4 wide off turn number 2, and that was not a smart move. Then here comes where the whole Holocaust starts. Austin Reed got up to the track there. He starts wall scraping at this point here. He and Aubrey Scott and the 66 car of Harrison Ponder got into each other, and then Rafael Leduc gets turned turns the 90 car of Caleb Fogler around. Sent Seth Cole and the 7 car of Aubrey Scott, Daniel Silla is involved. We mentioned Quentin Moore's involved, and all that, and all this just, and then look at all the cars just pile right in. We're gonna need a better view for this. So let's come off turn number 3, and little do we know that crash is flat has absolutely manifested itself into something more disastrous right here. Here comes Benjamin Miles in the 18 and the 42 of Kyle Matthews, just driving Miss Daisy, and all of a sudden they slow up, gets rear-ended by the 75 of Mitchell Hodak and the 43 of Mike Baker. And oh my God! Oh my! Complete arc of brakes, and then Charles Samper just completes the coup de grace. A very bad crash in turn 3 at Pocono Raceway. I mean, and it took out a lot of good cars. Kyle Matthews, Charles Samper, Alexander Rowe, Daniel Silla, Quentin Moore, Aubrey Scott, who had led some part of this race there, Rafael Leduc. There's Noah Sewell, Benjamin Miles, Cole Deaver. That car looks like a modified car. Charles Samper, who started this race last. Colin Cropley, I'm sure he's going to have some words. Seth Cole. Like I said, the better question is who did not crash. That's a better question. And while all that was happening, that's going to give Phil Parker the lead here at Pocono Raceway. Phil Parker's your leader now. Second position is Jackson Haywood. Third, Dylan Poteet. Then fourth is Stephen Colon. And fifth is Keith Batson. Austin Reed luckily did not get in the crash. He's in sixth position here. We'll be back for restart right after this. Back at Pocono Raceway, lights are off on the pace cars. They come through turn number 2. We'll give you the field rundown. The 15 cars that are left in this race, I think. Yep. 15 cars that are left in this race here. Dylan Poteet is your leader. Phil Parker is second. Third is Stephen Colon. Fourth is Jackson Haywood. Fifth is Keith Batson. Sixth is Eric Monaco. A great day for the 20 team so far. Austin Reed is in sixth position, or seventh position, I should say. Dylan Young is eighth. William Brock ninth, and Caleb Fogler running in 10th position here. 11th is Amanda Evans. 12th is Quentin Moore. 13th, Alexander Rowe. 14th is Daniel Silla. And Harrison Ponder is in 15th position. And again, it's like if I can count here. Again, if I can count, 23 cars out of this, of the 38 cars are out of this race, all because of crashes here. Green flag flies once again. 4 laps to go at Pocono. See if we can go green all 4 of those laps. Let's see if that can happen. Caution flag from here on out will end this race. Our fast lap race so far, set by Quentin Moore at 171.687. An average speed of just just a little over 95 miles an hour because of those caution flags, obviously. Can Dylan Poteet hold him up for his first victory of the season? We'll find out here in the last 4 laps of this race here. Here comes Jackson Haywood, the pole sitter for the event, the inside lane on Phil Parker. Does not get it for the moment. Oh, and Parker gets a run off turn number 3. Poteet slides on the high side. They are 3 wide down the front stretch. Jackson Haywood way down the low side. Who's Stephen Colon going to go with? He goes with Bill Parker in the turn number 1. They're 3 wide for the lead. And oh, don't go forward one. Oh my gosh. I thought Colon had their notion to make it 4 wide. Here comes Eric Monaco. Where did he come from in that 20 car? Eric Monaco looking for his first ever win in this series. And Bill Parker's going to take the lead. Come on, turn number 2. And he put it in the wall. Poteet put Parker in the wall. Here comes Haywood on the outside. Eric Monaco gets into it. Come on, Poteet gets turned. Poteet got turned. And that's going to end the race right there. And Bill Parker is going to win the race back to the start-finish line with 2 laps to go. And unless something goes wrong with the car in the last couple laps here, Bill Parker is going to pick up his second victory of the season with Eric Monaco finishing 2nd. His best ever finish in the series. Oh, man. That was wild. Keith Batson's going to be 3rd. 4th's going to be Stephen Colon. And how about Caleb Vogler? He's going to come on 5th. Austin Reed 6th. Dylan Young 7th. William Brock 8th. Amanda Evans 9th. And Harrison Ponder 10th. 11th, Quentin Moore. 12th, Alexander Rowe. 13th, Daniel Silla. Jackson Haywood 14th. And Dylan Poteet 15th. Oh, Poteet's going to have some words with Jackson Haywood over that one. And let's take a look at this. So what happened is coming through turns number 1 and 2. Turn number 1. Now this was good stuff right there. There were 3 wide. And Parker just took the lead right there on Poteet. And here comes Haywood. He gets a run on the inside going through turn number 2. And at this point, everybody was getting into it right there at this point here. Poteet almost turned Parker at this point right there. And I thought they were both going to crash at this point of the track. And then here comes Haywood on the outside. Gets a good run into turn number 3. Poteet comes up. Haywood hits the wall, comes back down, gets in the Poteet. And how did Stephen Colon miss that? And same with, and Austin Reed just barely missed. So did, oh my gosh. Stephen Colon, Austin Reed, Harrison Ponder, and Amanda Evans all were touched by an angel. They missed Poteet. No, Poteet is, I'm sure, pissed off right now. Excuse my wording. Sorry. And he was leading with 3 laps remaining, and it wasn't him listening to lead the Phil Parker's what lost that race for him. It was that back-to-back battle between him and Jackson Haywood, and to make matters worse for Poteet, Haywood's going to finish ahead of him, 14th to 15th in the order. But a very wild WIX Filters 400 is going to end under caution here at Pocono. Oh my gosh. And who says nothing dull happens in this? Who says dull things happen in this series? Oh my gosh! I mean, this is plenty wild. And if this is the case of what we're going to see here, I like to see what these cars are going to do when we hit Michigan next on the tour for the Miller Lite 400. I mean, oh my gosh. But the yellow flag ends the race right here, and Phil Parker, the Ragin' Cajun, is going to pick up his second victory of the season, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. He won earlier this season at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Motorcraft 500, and now he picks up a victory of the Tricky Triangle at Pocono, and which I think was tricky for everyone in this race, except for maybe about 15 cars. Or at least 10 of them, let's put it that way. And how about Eric Monaco, his best ever finish in the series? Give a call to that 20 team. He gets him in the second position as best ever finish in this series. Eric Monaco, I'll tell you, this car keeps running the way it is. It may get its first win in his career here this season. And whether it happens this season or not, who knows? But a great name on that team. Keith Batson 3rd, 4th to Stephen Colon, and 5th to Caleb Vogler. But there's the checker flag, the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Phil Parker wins the WIX Filters 400 at Pocono Raceway, average speed of 96.695 miles an hour due to the 4 caution flags that has flown during this race. Oh my, boy, that was crazy stuff here today at Pocono Raceway here. Dylan Young's going to come home in 6th. We gave you the top 10. We gave you the finishing positions already. And look at the cars out of the race here. Noah Sewell, Mitchell Hodak, Colin Clopley, Benjamin Miles, Nori Miyazaki, all got top 20. That's the good news. Bad news is you were crashed out of the race. But anyway, here, rest of the attrition list: Noah Sewell, Mitchell Hodak, Colin Cropley, Benjamin Miles, Nori Miyazaki, Kyle Matthews, Rafael Leduc, Nathan Orman, Cody McGurk, Mike Becker, Aubrey Scott, Seth Cole, Cole Beaver, Charles Stanford, Laura Chung, Joshua Osborne, Trent Dunham, Ryan Brommer, Zachary Fitzwater, Reggie Bogelman, Cab Shearer, Preston Plord, and finally Allison Rain. 23 cars of the 38 starters out of the race. 15 cars finished, and all of them amazingly on the lead lap. But that will do it here today at Pocono Raceway here. Congratulations once again to Phil Parker, the winner of the hooligan race known as the WIX Filters 400. Oh boy, I'd say we're gonna have to do some work on this truck right there before we come back for the AC Spark Plugs 400. Oh my gosh, that was nuts. But if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos, we got Minecraft, Fortnite, whatever Seth Cole, the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Store Sell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. If you want to end on future seasons of Seth's Series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. I suggest you check Seth's Series first before you check out mine, because his series is a heck of a lot better than mine. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels, such as NNSCRA Offline Series, and I guarantee you their races are better than mine too. Dylan Young, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. His channel is X867539858X, and also check out Thrashmania 99. That's Levi McIntyre's channel, and the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So that will do it. So that will do it here today. We'll see. For now, it's James Qualls. Has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of Law Fun Racing at its best. We'll see you at Michigan Speedway for the Miller Lite 400.